Project manager, your goal is not to follow up tasks. My name is Guilherme and I'm a project management expert. I help professionals to become successful project managers. How I do that can differ a lot of different ways, but in general, I provide training, I provide mentoring and coaching one-on-one, I provide consulting for companies because my goal here is to support companies and people to develop their project management skills and of course uh, to deliver better results there. Before I forget, make sure you like and share this video here because you're going to help me to see the value this content has for you. And of course, it will help me to understand that this content is valuable for you. And then I can create more content like this one. And of course, this is the warm up of the Project Management Summit. The Project Management Summit, it's a free event I'm going to make. 3 classes where I'm going to show you the project management mastery journey. I'm going to show you how you can start or how you can improve your project management skills until you get to a level that you can be a top achiever there. Everything is free. You get a certificate in the end. The only thing you need to do, click in the link here and subscribe. So let's talk about the content today. Your goal as a project manager is not to follow up tasks. That you need to understand from day one. Then you might wonder why. But I thought that the project manager was following up tasks all the time. Yes, follow-up tasks can be part of the work. And it's, of course, it's important that you understand how things are progressing to your project. Absolutely. But this is not your goal. So let's take one step back here. Every time a company creates a project, a company creates a project for a reason. For example, if a company is creating a project to develop a new product, let's assume Apple, they are developing the new iPhone. They have a project to develop the new iPhone. Their goal they do not create the project because they like projects. What they want the iPhone ready and available in the market so they are able to sell and make a profit and keep the business running. So a project is an instrument there to deliver value. So in the end, the company wants the value. In this case, Apple. Let's assume on another example here, Tesla, they are expanding, and what they did a few years ago, they're expanding their production in Germany. They were building a new factory in Germany here. What's the goal there? The goal was not the project to have a new plant. The goal is make sure that the plant is ready, available, so they can produce cars, so they can sell cars. Again, the project was an instrument to achieve this goal here. The project is a mean to an end here. So that's very important what you understand. Because in the end, all companies they are looking for some type of value. And I mentioned too, if you are building a house, nobody cares about the project. They want the house. If you're running a marketing campaign, well, the marketing campaign, they want with a marketing campaign maybe get more brand awareness, increase sales. That's what they want in the end. The goal is not to run the project by itself. The goal is not, oh, I'm following here the company procedure, everything is okay, so I'm successful with my project. Your project will only be successful if you deliver the value that's expected there. Same thing for a customer. Let's assume you're a customer. Say, I want to build my dream house. So you find a contractor there and you say, that's my house. Then you discuss the design of the house and you ask the contractor to build the house. Do you care if the contractor there say, oh, I'm following the PMBOK standard here, or I'm following Prince2 methodology here, or we have our own procedure, or we do Scrum or Kanban, or we don't do a shit here, we do whatever we want. As long as the contractor, they deliver the house for you in the day that you agreed, with the price that you agreed, with the quality that you agreed, you kind of don't care what's going on in the middle there. Again, your goal as a project manager is to deliver value simply because project exists to deliver some type of value for the organization. And I've mentioned few types of value from a new product, can be a new service, capacity expansion, can be building something new, or can be changing something new, opening a new business unit there. I don't know. What's important for you is to understand what type of value your company is expecting there. So your goal here is to deliver value. And let's come back to the task then. So if you're only focusing on following up tasks, what you're going to tend to forget is the value that you enter there. A lot of times you're going to first, if the only type of value you can provide for your team is following up tasks, you're sorry, I have to say you're not a good project manager. Because if the only thing you bring to the table is remind people that they need to do the work, you can set up an artificial intelligence to do that. Just put the dates and you can have a chatbot to keep sending emails to people. Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? That's it. And reporting back to the organization. What you need to understand with your team, your goal is to deliver value. Your goal is to deliver the project and make sure that the project is there. So how you're going to deliver value for the organization? I have one entire class talking about anticipation, risk management there. So if you're interested in that, just go on my channel and look for that one. Again, free. Risk management, anticipation is one of them. Properly communicating with stakeholders, understanding, because a lot of times from stakeholders, internal stakeholders or the customer, the needs they're not properly expressed there. You need to understand what's going on to make it clear what they are looking for, what kind of value they're expecting. Because a lot of times what they are saying, sometimes it's not what they need. And in the end, they are not going to be happy with that. So part of your job there is also manage those understanding. Of course, depending on the organization that you're working on, you can have like a product manager that's going to oversee those requirements from market. There you can have a product owners if you're using Scrum. But in the end, you also need to understand. And for some types of project, you as a project manager, you're going to be the direct interface with the customer. So it's very important that you understand what are the customer needs, what are the needs from your company, and you find a way to make those things converge, which a lot of times can be challenging there. But again, the only thing that you can do is ask, because I've seen project managers, what they do it. They create meetings, they say, is it done? Why not? Why is it delayed? And they do not understand anything that's going on. They do not understand what's going on in the project. They do not understand. And I've heard people say, I did not know that. I did not know. If you're the type of project manager that don't know what's going on in your project, you're basically useless. If you do not understand the steps that you need to take, if you cannot understand the challenge that your team face, what you're doing there as a project manager is not really project management. Again, yes, understand what's going on. If tasks are delayed, following up, hey, can you complete this, that? We have something important coming up. We need this to get it done. That's part of the relationship from any team. But in a lot of teams, if you have good team members, that kind of stuff, they are going to ask each other, hey, I need this to complete my activity here. So that's what you expect from a high performance team there. So stopping looking only to follow up tasks. Because again, if there's only thing that you can do it, you're doing it wrong. How to manage stakeholders, how you manage the risks, how you manage conflict, how you help with your team with problem solving, how you're going to lead your team, how you're going to add value to your team, how do you other things that you add value. Do you have a clear plan? Is this clear plan communicated with everybody? Everybody understand the project goal. A lot of projects fail because they have inadequate goal. So of course the team can never achieve it if they don't understand the goal. To make an analogy here for the goal, think about that you enter in a taxi. The old days, now they probably order via an app, but you enter a taxi and you say, I want to go. And the taxi asks, to where? And you say, just drive. I'm going to tell you in the way. That does not work. Can you imagine if you try to do that? Nowadays, you cannot even order an Uber if you don't put the address. As simple as that. But people try to deliver projects without understanding the goal. How does it work? Does not work. And they keep following on the micro tasks from the day to day, and they try to micromanage their team. Guess what? If you're only concerned with what's going to happen this week or what's only going to happen next week, likely in 3 months from now, something is going to hit you in the face, and you are going to face a big problem. We are going to have a big problem with your team. So think about the analogy that one of the analogy that I like to make, that you're in a car, your team is driving the car, the 1 or 2 days test. Your goal is go in the future, clear the road so they can go through the road without a lot of delays or a lot of problems. Of course, in the real world, you're always going to have challenges, but if you are doing well as a project manager, you can minimize those things. You can take actions in advance. So stop focusing on only day-to-day tasks, only on trying to micromanage your team. Did you do that? Did you do that? And focus on the big picture that you need to have there. And that's also a challenge that sometimes people have when they are trying to improve themselves only while they do certifications. A lot of people, they try to say, I'm going to progress in my career by doing a training and certification. What's very important that you understand here, certifications are good, yes, but usually a training to get the certification will focus in the certification itself. So if you think about the deep of the skill that you're going to have there, usually to pass the certification, you're going to be in the higher or in the more in the superficial level in the skill there, which is what they're going to teach in a certification training. So if you want to go deeper, you need to look for different perspectives. You need to look for experience there. That's what's important. And this is one of the things I'm telling you. You're not going to see a lot of people in a lot of trainings, and I've done tens of different types of project management trainings over the years across the world. People are not going to say, you're not going to hear very often that your goal is not only following up tasks. So keep that in mind. The project exists to deliver value. Your goal as a project manager is to deliver value. Only following up tasks, it's not very valuable. It's it's part of the work that you do it. It's the same thing with meetings. Your part of the work is to arrange a meeting. You might arrange a meeting as part of the work. But your goal of the work is not the meeting itself. It's the value that you get for the meeting. Because I've seen a lot of meetings that are useless, a lot of project managers that has useless meetings. So there's no point in doing that. Because if there's no value in the end, so you're just wasting everybody's time. Keep that in mind next time that you're thinking only following up with your team. Think about what else you can bring to the table, how you can help with your team to deliver more value for the organization, for the team itself. Again, don't forget to like and share this video here because you help me to understand the value this content has for you there. You're going to have, because you're going to help this content to get to more people can learn project management. And don't forget to subscribe for the Project Management Summit. 3 classes, free certificate in the end, and I'm going to show you the project management mastery, how you can take steps to improve the different sets of skills that you need to be a top achiever there in project management. See you there. Bye.